1 in strength, and then 1 in my charisma, because I want to get that charisma to 20, and I'm 1 away from having a 20 charisma. And then the only reason why I want strength is I have
one sec. Let Ramon talk real quick, because we're about to get started in a second. What are you going to ask Ramon?
I was going to ask Jackal, did you get second chance halfling racial feat?
Did I get what?
You said you were going to look, Brandon brought up Bountiful Luck. Have you also looked at Second Chance?
Second chance? I've not looked at Second Chance.
It's when a creature you can see hits you with an attack roll, you can use your reaction to force the creature to re-roll. Once you use this ability, you can't use it again until you roll initiative at the start of combat or you finish a short or long rest. So it's a one-off thing. But
I mean, it's not bad, but I mean, I've already got lucky. I already have, the feature of halfling good luck, and I'm not really a fighter.
Yeah, I was just bringing that up, as another option.
If anything, I will throw a bomb or two. I mean, if there's other people there, I will certainly help, but,
there's also, Squat Nimbleman. Or dwarf or small races.
The other thing I'd be wary about with that beat, though, is rogues. I think you get to use your reaction to half damage with evasion
that's
or whatever.
The other thing.
So it's just front loading too much stuff on your reaction gets scary into your survivability. All right, let us get. Hold on. Let's roll call real quick. No, I don't want Firefox as my default browser.
Yeah, I downloaded it. I downloaded it too, only for Roll20.
Did you
Really?
Did you notice
I
it was
use
moving
Chrome.
smoother? I used Chrome too. I had a very nice performance though last night out of Firefox.
So far, I haven't had that message saying it's been disconnected or whatever, so it's been fine so far.
Okay. Let's see. What are we doing? We're playing D&D. Yeah, let's just get started. I was gonna make sure everybody was here, but
Have fun, everybody.
Okay, enjoy your night.
All right.
Taylor, are you present?
No,
Yes.
I'm playing D&D right now.
Haha, he is. And Pernene, are you present?
That was in the morning.
I should have probably waited a few more minutes. But anyways, let's see. Hopefully by the time we finish the recap, Pernene will be back. And welcome to the Ilderon Tales. This is Group C, Through the Heart. Actually, Group C, Through the Heart. Last night we streamed with Group C's title card by accident, but I went and fixed the broadcast and all the stuff. So everything you're seeing tonight should properly be streaming. We are playing Dungeons and Dragons tonight. Yeah, I had to think about that for a second. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons tonight. It is a role-playing game. Everything you are going to see tonight is live storytelling. Everything is unscripted. We are playing in a homebrewed world. It is the world of Ilderon, the link for which is in the description. You can read more and learn about our campaign setting. The defining characteristic of Ilderon is a world defined by how faith interacts with society and what society looks like when your gods live right down the street from you. Moving on from there, if you are under the age of 14 years old, I advise you go and consult your parents before watching this content because you might see some stuff that is not appropriate for you. Finally, yeah. Finally, we have almost a full party tonight. We are missing one party member. I'll be controlling Altus. Everybody else will be here at some point. And I think that's everything. Oh, tidbits. This is a new thing we're doing. At the start of each session, I am giving a random fact about the world. Was there anything related? And the tidbit can be related to the campaign or completely unrelated to the campaign storyline. It's just a random fact about Ilderon. Is there anything anybody wants to know or ask Otherwise, I am just going to do something that I was thinking about earlier.
Well, if
Do
you're
they
gonna think
believe
on
in
your mind-
Santa Claus?
Do they believe in Santa Claus is one, and then Rob, what did you ask?
I was like, if you have something on your mind, you just go with that.
Okay, Taylor, no, they do not believe in Santa Claus in Ilderon. They believe in the polar opposite of Santa Claus, almost the German version of Santa Claus. There is a lady in history known as Olivia the Lost. She is like the boogeyman, and people across the world teach their children to be good. Otherwise, she's lurking in the shadows, and she might kidnap you if you're bad.
Metal.
Yeah.
I've known a few Olivias. So.
I've met the
The
boogeyman.
tonight's tidbit, though, about Ilderon is about a region known as Red Axe. If you look at that peninsula over on the western side of Cedao, that peninsula of land cut off by rivers looks like a small axe head, and people call it the Axe. Red Axe specifically gets its name from, well, the people who inhabit the Axe were originally spread out all throughout Ililnagai, are the lands that are Ililnagai and the lands that are southern Ardersarai. But when the when the Sunsarai humans came from Ardersarai, from the Ardorian Mountains, there was another set of humans living around the southern Earthfire in Ililnagai. The humans that came from the Ardorian Earthfire got into a war and pushed the southern humans out and exiled them to the far western side of the continent. Everybody who lives on the Axe, all their ancestors were all exiles and outcasts, and there were already groups of people that lived on this peninsula, and so it became even more crowded. And so there are lots of little settlements and lots of little villages, lots of city-states and stuff crowded into this small condensed area. And the reason Red Axe gets its name as Red Axe is because the most condensed area of Red Axe has civilizations literally just half a day's march from each other. And because of the close proximity they live, there are violent swings of power all the time happening in regions where neighbors will get into wars with each other and conquer other settlements or join alliances with other settlements, and it's a very bloody area of the world. Thus the name Red Axe, because the fields are stained with blood. Anyways, that's our tidbit for tonight, and we're going to get into the session. Pre-Nene, are you there?
Yeah.
Haha, he's back! We got everybody. Does anybody want to handle the recap for tonight? I am functioning off of distant knowledge. There are things that I have just prepped for myself, but I did not read the full recap for this session. If nobody wants to volunteer, though, I will take up the mantle.
Well, where do you want me to start? Just last session?
Yeah, last session from Group C's perspective. It was a mega session, so it's etched into my memory.
So, we started out the day... Let me stop it. We started out the day hanging outside of Anadelia's office. Because I wanted to meet with her. She flexed on Grax, so he kind of was just staying around. And she had a big High Councilman meeting. We got out of Grax what she wanted, which was that she wanted him to go kill somebody. He didn't state who at the time, but that it was somebody. Then Anadelia showed up with portions of Group D. We got to talking, mostly about how to handle the fact that Group D is handling the vampire problem, and that Roman specifically, wanted to handle the Fifth Ascendant problem. We learned some things that Anadelia may or may not have caused the Fifth Ascendant to gain a slight more prominence we learned that Elena hired Grax to kidnap Rachia, which player base and Group A knew, but the rest of us didn't. From there, we pretty much just did a bit of an exposition dump, and then we started to go to the Calcan office with Group D to talk about killing vampires. Where on the way, Nefano sent a message to Altus, which resulted in a great big chase. Which was annoying, and it sucked, and Roman now definitely hates the midgets. The midgets.
As one of the midgets, it was the highlight of the night for me.
Hi, like.
While this was all going on, Ramon's new character, Frevia, was getting backstory and introduced to the party. She definitely hates the midgets in Roman for making her run. Which then got us to the Calcan office, where words were exchanged about vampires and Isildred, and there was a lot of awkward tension because everybody knew that Makana's sister was in Isildred, but nobody wanted to say it because the sister said not to say it, and then Lydia said it because she has no composure. And then we learned that through all of this, Zodra was gone the whole time, like he didn't even really exist. Taking Yissel's journal with him, causing Lathy to have an emotional breakdown. So that leaves us leaving the Calcan office with the intent to leave the city the next day to go to Beak Hold to talk to Walter Renapal so we can maybe negotiate a ceasefire and rally him to help kill a bunch of vampires in the Fifth Ascendant.
All right, yeah, that pretty much covers everything. Yeah, that's all the plot beats I needed. And just to recap for the audience, I guess, everybody watching this storyline, Group C's original story, they were sent, Ilderon Nagai and Artur Sarai are engaged in a war with each other right now, the two nations. Group C was sent to escort a diplomat to Artur Sarai to negotiate a ceasefire between the two nations. And things have been going very haywire for them as they've been trying to do this. So everything from that recap, they basically are in Artur Sarai right now, bouncing around between nobles and elected officials, trying to see what they have to do and who they have to talk to get this ceasefire to come from a distant pipe dream to a reality. And they have a pretty clear direction right now. Alright, so let me pull out your guys' group cards because we need a date and a time.
It is, I believe, the night of the 27th.
Alright. It is, so some things are going to happen, of course.
Yeah, it's the night of the 27th.
Yeah, there's going to be some things that happen, of course, from other groups that are going on right now, but they're not really relevant to your guys' storyline. So if you guys want to skip ahead to the next day, we can. Otherwise, after, about after you guys leave the Kelkin office, 20-40 minutes of walking around in town, the castle bells start going off. But that's not unheard of in Artur Sarai. That's pretty much what we call a second week of the month.
It's a tornado warning. It's Wednesday.
Well, it's not a tornado warning. It's just there's been another assassin. Yeah, that's just common. It's par for the course for the last 3 months here.
I understood that, bro.
You get used to it.
Okay, so do you guys want to time skip? I remember one person asked me about shopping for stuff, and I was just going to handle shopping quickly. Speak now or forever hold your pepperonis.
I was the one that wanted to handle the shopping.
Dang. It's been so long.
I even have money.
Oh no! I wanted to buy some alchemist supplies. Well, not just alchemist supplies and some very specific contraband. I was looking around for.
Yeah, where is Netra's money?
Did Dusty take it?
No, nobody stole money from you. If you didn't have it recorded on your sheet, it was however much you had.
I have money,
So is
but
Bravia like here
more
in
in
the
like
like,
product.
like, I don't give a shit. I got fired today.
Where can I sell like 127 inkwells?
I honestly don't
Turn
know
that into raw
because,
currency.
because of how things went. Like my original thought was, we all leave for the night. Fravia would go back to the barracks, and she's not paying to stay in the hotel or brothel the rest of you, and leave the
Actually,
next day.
in
But
my inventory, I have 76 gold worth of miscellaneous. Is what I have in my notes.
I think I just spent everything on like the adamantine plate and the javelin of lightning.
I don't remember what that is.
if you guys are going shopping, though, Fravia will stay until you guys.
Not really
Go
shopping,
to
more like
sleep.
selling and swindling.
Shh.
Where's my
Let's
buddy
see.
Altus? I need my partner in crime.
That'll be you now, Brent.
I want to sell actually.
Okay, so for Netra,
Ye-
your life in Isildred was interrupted when Group C came there. So I just rolled you some dice of how you were doing scavenging, because you needed to scavenge 200 things in order to give it to the mages to receive food. You would have had 41,
Yeah, I have a few. I have like a few things.
yeah, you would have had 41 things on you. They are worth 4 gold.
Did you pick up rocks?
Well, it's bits of copper coin, broken this and that, and
There's not a lot.
yeah.
But yeah, I think whatever money I gathered since then, I went to get the whatever.
You can add
Yeah.
4 gold to your character sheet.
But yeah, I want to sell the chainmail and splinter wrap this whenever if we go shopping.
Okay. So I feel like the consensus is shopping then. Alright. So that's what we will roll. The party is going to head to a part of town known as Aline. There are plenty of bazaars over here, and adventurers and people trading stuff. Farmers coming in with caravans from the east, selling livestock and produce. And artisans would more so be in the city proper, but there's nobody in the city proper right now, so they would be like making their best out here, setting up temporary stalls or selling from a cart. Is there anything anybody... trying to sell the chainmail and trying to sell the... What was the other item?
I think Dusty
Was
trying
it
to sell his
Dusty?
miscellaneous
I'm just
junk.
trying to pawn off all my crap. I have 70 in my notes. I have 76 gold worth of miscellaneous and 126 inkwell. And how much does an inkwell generally cost?
Alright, so I will do Netra's chainmail first. Netra, you are going to find a traveling mercenary selling old gear. He is willing to buy your chainmail? Yeah, he is willing to buy your chainmail for 51 gold. And let's see. You are looking for how many inkwells do you have?
I have 126. I stole them back in the guild when we first left from Isildred. by whoever that cranky dwarf was. I forget his name.
Carter.
They were his.
And also splint armor. After that.
Okay, splint armor. Where's
Yeah.
my cell phone?
That's literally half my weight gone. Half my weight is just armor. Like 200 pounds of just armor. The 3 different types of armor I have.
200 pounds of this man meat.
Just flexing on us, right?
Okay. Let me write down these numbers because I'm going to. Yes. And then the splint mail. 200 gold for splint mail. That's so good. But who really needs splint mail? I mean, you only
Everyone.
invest in splint mail if you're poor.
You know, a city that can't literally access 1/6 of it due to a ghost storm and a civil war seems like the kind of people that aren't rolling in dough.
Yeah.
They didn't need it.
Okay. So the guy is very interested in your chainmail. And he offers you 51 gold for the chainmail. The
Right.
splint, he's going to offer you 68 gold for it. And he is going to say he doesn't have much more money for that. And for Dusty, somebody offers you 189 gold for half of your inkwells.
Only half?
Why would they need 129 inkwells?
I'm just saying, I have 129 inkwells, and why not the complete set?
maybe in a Lilnagai where people are constantly writing forms, and Arter, you journal maybe once a week, and that's for your faith, and that's it.
So I'm gonna
there needs to be more authors here. Come on.
I'm gonna keep the splint armor then,
Okay.
but I'll sell the chainmail.
All right, you can add 51 gold to your inventory. Does Dusty want to part with half of his inkwells?
Yeah, I mean, I will do it, but so
We'll be happy about it.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not using them.
You can add
I'll say.
189 gold to your inventory and then subtract half of the inkwells.
Inkwells are more. People pay more for inkwells.
1 second, I'm
Splint
pulling out a
armor.
calculator. I need a
To
calculator.
be fair, it was like 63 inkwells, so...
I mean, it's not like it's a small amount.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not as much as I was hoping for.
You still have half of it left, which is damn impressive.
Yeah, so...
It's a lot of thievery.
I mean, it was thieving from, one place.
I mean, you stole from Carter, who his guild was funded by the Sky Queen, so you basically just stole from the Sky Queen, who purchased you all those inkwells.
It's fine. It's fine.
Alright, was Roman looking to buy or sell anything?
I was looking to buy clothes.
Oh yeah, you're looking for fine clothes.
No, just traveler's clothes. I mean, I guess fine clothes, because we're gonna go talk with nobles, but my thought process is more like, I'm probably in the same, jacket I killed Iman in.
Okay, yeah, you can find traveler's clothes. Somebody would be... there'd be a tailor there selling them for 3 gold a bundle.
You say something?
Yes. There is a Mad Eye Moody there selling traveler's clothes for 3 gold a bundle. No, there's a tailor, Tailor, selling traveler's clothes for 3 gold a bundle.
Okay.
Also,
I'm out.
question. What is the shiniest thing that Dusty sees? Not gold, just shiniest thing.
In the marketplace?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would actually say the hilt of Lumagrax's sword.
Something not
That's
from
like
the party.
easy. Oh, okay. I was gonna say yeah, that's easy
Good
without a
luck trying to
question.
get that.
You know, not trying to meta game. I know what happens when that sword gets pulled. I'm not interested.
There are several bejeweled bottles that you see. You're not sure what's
They
inside
got
of them.
the Jazzle bottles.
Yeah, they're tiny vials. It seems like a trio of people are trying to sell them.
My mayhem senses are tingling. I'm gonna go over
That
there.
guy, how many ruby pieces are those travelers' clothes worth?
How many ruby pieces are they worth? They'll part with them. They'll part with them for 3 ruby pieces. It's a pretty good deal.
Then, well, yeah, that's most like all I have because I lost all my gold in an unfortunate ransoming incident. Yeah, I'll buy a set of travelers' clothes for 3 ruby pieces. No idea what
Alright.
exact travelers' clothes are in appearance.
What are these vendors selling anything? Are they competing? How much animosity are they saying between each other?
Wait, the tailor and the people with the vial? The people with the vial
No,
are
only the people. Oh, are they all on the same?
Yeah, they're all peddling from the same cart.
Oh, I thought you were like 3 separate carts selling these things.
No.
Okay.
If you're just watching them, it looks like they're taking out bits of contents from this one vial and dabbing it on people. You can assume it's some type of perfume.
No, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it for now, but I'm making a mental note of that.
All right. Does anybody else want to buy anything? Okay. I'm going to move you guys back to. I'm assuming you guys go back to your brothel.
Bravia will see them do the brothel and say that she will be returning back to the barracks to collect her things, and that she will see them in the morning.
All right.
She just just ran out, trying to find them, but she didn't have anything prepared.
Yeah, that's fair. I got to go back and get all the bags and stuff.
Gotta get my sadness.
The night of the 27th of Hunter is going to not pass at all.
Why?
Oh, are we Groundhog Daying it? Is it
Shit.
tomorrow? Is it yesterday?
I blame Ryle.
Netro, are you sleeping at the brothel with the rest of the party?
What's my other options?
Street.
The street.
If I must.
Alright.
If I absolutely have to.
So, at the Lucky Last Inn, everybody is going to settle down. Everybody is going to settle down for the night. Netra, you are going to... Oh, I've actually got to evens or odds this. I didn't set parameters for that. Do you want evens in your favor or odds in your favor? I'll let
So
you
the
pick
odds
your
must
favor.
always be in my favor.
All right. You are going to go to bed. You're gonna go to bed on the 27th, sleeping through the night into the 28th. As you start to become conscious, you are floating in a river, and all around you on either side of you is, you see the open sky, and then you see trees lining the banks of the riverbed, and you're floating on your back looking up. Slowly, the sky starts to turn gray, and the waters of the river start murking through as they run. Eventually, you are floating in a stream of just completely black fluid. The river has been completely corrupted, and it is seeping into your skin as you look in your hand, and it is creeping up your face and your veins until you no longer float. Eventually, you are pulled underneath the water, and you are going to wake up inside of the Lucky Lass in the room with the other individuals. It appears you are not the only person here having a bad dream. Yours is the only one, though, that seems to wake you up, as Lydia and Lathy and Ilderon are tossing and turning a little bit, but it seems more so that they're having uncomfortable sleep. Otherwise, you're able to lay down and go back to sleep. Everybody else, Fravia, inside of the palace, as you're going to the barracks, you are going to hear gossip being discussed, and since this is covered in another group, I'm not going to roleplay it. The other soldiers are discussing that there was an assassin in the dungeons. It's wild. She killed Marcus. She wasn't actually killed the day she killed Marcus like most people thought she was. And then one of the magnate's knights set her free and is working with criminals, and it's treason. It's crazy. What a terrifying day to be a soldier inside of the palace.
Big and true.
Alright, otherwise, everybody else wakes up unfettered on the 28th. Back to the happy music.
Got through all of that without being one of the people accosted by dreams.
I mean, wrong character.
Turbulent sleep is a hallmark of the Roman Drake experience.
Well, everybody's having terse sleep, but you know how sometimes you just sleep uncomfortably, but you don't remember it? This is not music I wanted. Why is this so... No, we're gonna go with this.
It's
And
exactly
now
what
it's
you
time for
wanted.
the boss fight.
Yeah, anyways, you know how you have, you have, bad dreams or terse sleep, and you wake up and you don't remember any of it, and it's just like, oh, that was uncomfortable. Like, everybody's just gonna wake up and stretch it out and feel better waking up. Netra's the only person who has a dream vivid enough to remember.
No, you can't have my gold. It's mine. Stay away from my socks.
Alright, it is the 28th of Hunter. I am going to... Let's start with Fravia. What's Fravia want to do? Does she want to go stand outside the brothel and wait for her party?
Yeah, after she's packed her things, said goodbye to some people, saying she'll know if she'll be coming back today or if the group she's going to be with is leaving today, but she'll say goodbye to some people that she knows. Yeah, go to the brothel and go in and see if anybody that she remembers the previous night is up.
Alright, let's jump over to Group C and see who's up and who is
Evens
becoming
or
awake.
odds?
Oh, are we rolling for the sacred beard?
We're rolling for the beard.
Let's go. Oh, I'll let your party pick. My vote's on evens, though.
Odds.
I am
Alright,
also
odds it
going to
is.
vote odds.
Well, that's two
Odds for
vote
the
odds.
beard.
I have a choice. I'm gonna go odds. Yeah.
Odds for the beard. Evens, no beard.
No beard!
I recognize you. Nah, that'd be like, who's that rugged man? I don't know him.
All right. So I'm gonna start rolling dice for all of your NPCs. The first one up is going to be Lydia. Oh God, what would she do? I feel like she'd go through her
Right.
daily. Yeah, she'd go through her daily prayers, but she's in a brothel. Like,
There's no god here.
I mean, yeah, she's not gonna go.
There's a god here, just not the one she wants to talk to.
She's not gonna go minister to sex workers because, like, Ilona guy is very forward thinking in that aspect. Like, they're not doing horrifically wrong stuff. But in the same sense, it's just like there's gambling and everything around her. I guess she'd go downstairs and have them prepare her a meal in the lobby. And she'd probably ask for company, but not sexual. Someone to talk to. Alright, so she's downstairs. Lil Haran would take additional time in the morning getting ready, presenting herself for any dignitaries, and Lathy and Gilsina are going to be the last two awake. Both rolling an equal 57 on their percentage dice. When Netra wakes up, they are still sleeping. The rest of the party, what are you guys doing? Okay, is Roman downstairs?
Yeah.
Okay. Lumigrax and Netra and Dusty.
Nothing of note.
Alright.
Geisen.
Oh yeah, Geisen, that was the other NPC. I was like, I feel like I'm missing somebody. I don't even have to roll for Geisen. Geisen would be up and getting ready. He would be armoring up while Lydia's eating breakfast. He's staying with Lumigrax. Altus is staying with Dusty. Yeah, so if Lumigrax is not awake, Taylor, he is going to be woken up by the clamoring of armor as Geisen is suiting up.
Okay. Well, I'll get up and suit up too, and go down and have some breakfast.
Yeah, he'll zip you up in the back.
Oh yeah.
All right. The armored boys are moving downstairs. That leaves Altus and Dusty.
We're jerking each other off.
Yeah, I was gonna say it. Like, you'd wake up and Altus is in your bed, and his arms are just like wrapped around you, just
Loving morning kiss.
yeah. All right. Do Dusty and Altus head downstairs too?
Sure.
All right. Everybody is downstairs except for Lathy, Gilsina, and Alil Haran. The party is all together.
For the final sound.
Alright, so I guess Bravia will see them all there. Is everyone seated together? Is everyone like all over the place?
I feel like I'd be positioned in a central location to keep eyes on everything, because I don't feel comfortable being near Lydia because they killed her dad.
Yeah. So everybody's
You doesn't know that.
I'll
Which
say
you don't know yet.
No
I'll
one
say
knows.
everybody is around Lydia and her escort, and Roman is off at a table of his own. The Lucky Lass is not terribly busy this early in the morning, so there are plenty of those open sitting tables.
I would hope not, but then some of them are probably asleep upstairs. I Okay, so Fravia will go to Roman, nod, and ask if she could take a seat.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Return to
that
you.
one, he's a traitor.
I believe we got on the wrong foot yesterday. Your companions seem to have annoyed me, and I believe I might have taken some of that out on you. I apologize for this. Usually more professional.
It's fine.
Would like to ask though, what are your plans specifically?
We're gonna go to Big Hold. Talk to Walter Renapol.
And I remember you saying you were gonna try to seek his help, ending the civil war, and to seek his help to fight against the what were they called again? Twilight Fang.
Probably the 5th Ascended too. 5th Ascended is my actual goal.
Were you depending on the Magnate's Knights to provide you aid against the Twilight Fang?
No.
We don't trust
Other way
any law
around.
enforcement.
Good, because you may have heard the bells last night. Well, once I went back to the barracks, I found out that apparently one of the knights let an assassin loose. Same assassin that killed the previous Magnate. Most of this is hearsay, and others are talking about how
What
loyal he
assassin?
seems to the Magnate.
Name
Some-
of the assassin?
Would that have gotten spread around, Brandon? I mean, I know,
Roll me an investigation check of just how much
Tristan
information,
went.
how much information you picked up while you were back in the barracks.
And how much, Tristan would have said. Got a 9.
Yeah, 9. Well, oh, actually, you don't have to ask the name. You would have known Kadon was there. You were guarding him when you went in to talk to her. You can assume that's the same assassin.
Okay.
I'm sorry I made you roll that. I wasn't thinking.
Yeah. No, that's fine, because I couldn't remember Kadam's name at the moment. The assassin, well, I believe the only one I know was there was Kadam. Seems to be a shapeshifter.
We have to go.
Oh?
I'm in favor of leaving now.
We have to.
I'm assuming this isn't good news.
That was the same
It's
assassin
never
that
a good
came after us.
that an assassin is running loose in the city, but it's harder. They're basically a political bridge.
You guys see, by the way, Gelsina walking downstairs.
Does she have a shadow?
Does she look bugged out?
From what you
like
can see.
weirded out by something?
Bang!
Not particularly. She looks like she just woke up. Unkempt.
I'm assuming from your reaction that you're familiar with this assassin release or type.
It's not my first
Dude.
time dealing with Kato.
I can't remember the name of the council. Council. Yeah, duh. I guess you really have traveled a lot with Councilman Violent.
Yeah, he was with me the last time I dealt with her.
We're aware of how dangerous. Oh,
Yeah, but see, she worked with the 5th Ascended once before. So, basically, unless for some reason her escape has canceled out her contract, she's coming for us next.
right. We should probably let your allies know.
Yeah, we should.
Are you guys gonna go join the rest of the group?
Yeah.
All right. Let's jump over to the rest of the group before this happens.
Totally
the rest-
trustable, Roman.
Yeah, the rest of the group sees Roman and Fravia sitting over, looking at them and occasionally whispering back and forth. What's everybody? Or actually, let's see. What would people be talking about? Lydia would be having a conversation with this escort, and she would say, well, I understand how you can see the Four Ascended as gods, as they're more powerful than anything that currently exists inside of Ilderon, but your religion spawned out of the Given Wills. Our Artasarai once worshipped Aulilia too. I don't see why the fates here can't coexist with one another. At least giving back homage to our creator. The man is going to laugh a little bit, and he's not drinking. He's not allowed to drink this early, and he's gonna say, "Good cleric, if you travel these lands, the thing you have to understand is, it's not who created us. It's about homage. We don't give homage to where we came from. We give it to where we're going. That's what the Four Ascended teach us. And Lydia is going to nod and say, I suppose it is nice being able to go to your god's temple and ask her for her guidance. And he's going to say, can't you pray to Lilia? She nods and says, but her responses come through meditation on scriptures. The man is going to shrug and say, well, faith's kind of outside why I'm paid to be here. If nobody's going to interrupt, they just keep talking to each other.
Not just letting it lie.
Yeah, Lydia asks, why are you paid to be here? And he's going to say, well, I'm really good at one specific thing. Gaizen's going to say, Lydia, how about we keep the conversation on the wills? At about this point, Roman and Fravia are going to come over. Oh, wait, no, before they come over, Gelsina's going to come over. She sits down. Fravia and Roman are going to come over. With all the new company, the man is going to stand up and say, I'll let the kitchen know you'll need another set of meals. Lydia nods graciously, and he stands up and walks away. Everybody is together, minus Ilderon and Lethe. Speaking of which, Lethe is walking down the stairs. As Roman and Fravia sit down, Lydia's going to tap at the table. She's got a what type of utensil? I guess they'd use forks here. She's got a fork and some cooked meat, and she's gonna look at Roman and say, "Morning."
Good morning to you too.
Yeah, pushes the plate of food over to Roman and Fravia.
Thank you. So, we need to get going as soon as we can this morning.
She's going to nod and say, "Oh, I'm excited to go back to Pika Hold. I've been once before."
Well, apparently as Roman's probably eating sausage. I don't want to, like, put a panic in anybody, but Fravia here has told me that an assassin was recently escaped from the dungeons in Zenith Rise.
Or like let out, but yes.
Well, escape, let out, what's the real difference?
That's a pretty big difference.
She
One
wasn't
required the
released.
assist.
I mean,
She wasn't
was it
released.
legally let out, or did someone let her out? I guess is the real question.
Yeah, it's true.
Someone let her out.
Right, so, it's, like, not a functional... Anyways, that assassin...
Gelsina's gonna chip in and say, and Isildrad, they didn't even have dungeons. They just killed people. If you got convicted of a crime,
No, they had they were more holding cells, but we
Maybe
didn't
it's
technically
just
have a
gonna
dungeon.
blink. She's gonna look at her and blink like, what?
I'll tell
Well,
you
no,
later.
no. Remember that we had holding cells, which were functionally a dungeon.
and she's gonna say, yeah, but they only held you an afternoon until your execution was scheduled.
I could have swore it was a little longer than that because
Or until they brainwashed you.
So, interesting tidbits about Isildrad aside. I'm pretty sure this assassin is going to maybe be coming after us.
I mean I'm in favor of leaving immediately.
We
In
should
fact,
probably
let's
go-
go right now. As Justin
Yeah,
said,
I'm fine with that, honestly. It sounds like a good idea.
I hate this city anyway.
Gelsina's going to look at Lumagrax and say, well, that would be nice, but your prettiness is taking forever to get ready.
Or who?
Aloharan.
I mean, tell her to pack it in and let's go.
I can go talk to her, I guess.
Of course, you'd want to go talk.
He puts down his coffee, and then,
Remember that her clothes should stay on.
well, we got 5 minutes, I'm sure.
No quickies. Let's just go.
and then he goes to find.
Altus dear, we will have to come. We will have to do business other time. He's not actually here.
Alright, Lumagrax heads upstairs. And we'll jump to him in a moment. Was there anything else Roman or any other party members wanted to say?
I mean, ever since I got the bag of holding, I have everything I need on me. So
Bravia will reintroduce herself to, I guess, everyone else, since there was no real actual introduction done to everybody. She's just kind of there.
Yeah.
I'm I forgot to introduce myself yesterday. I
are,
am Bravia
very-
Arsaid.
is anyone else like? He's very robotic for me. I'm having a hard time.
Oh, I can hear him
Oh.
perfectly fine.
Maybe.
Might just, yeah. Go ahead, Ramon.
My name is Bravia Arsaid. I was formerly a member of the guard of Councilman Phylanth. He decided my services were more useful with you helping his associate, Roman Drake.
Oh, another narc.
Gelsina's going to, would she shake your hand? She's going to wave and say, hi, I'm Gelsina. I was a part of the Fang Guard.
I don't know what that is.
Hi, Galsina, of the Vanguard.
They were the mind-washed guard of the Overlord. Although I don't think
Not all of them were mind washed.
not all of them were mind-washed. Some of them were just very angry and punchy.
I see.
Although she'd been mind-washed so many times, she actually grew an immunity to it.
Okay, I don't think we need to.
It's an interesting case study.
You've all lived very interesting lives.
I spent 16 years in basically hell. Yes,
Most about
very
interesting.
Hmm.
It's really not interesting. most of this interesting stuff happened in the same place and never changed. It was literally the same shit.
They're from old Calcrest.
I've heard.
You know, where
rumors.
your sister's at.
No, that's not.
Or was
me.
that a different character? I'm sorry.
That was the other.
That's okay. Dusty doesn't know people.
That's okay. It's okay. Dusty only remembers the people he likes, which is why it's only Altus.
Shit, what was I say? Yes. Nothing. Well, you've lived interesting lives, and here we were attacked by the goddess of death herself. Only rumors.
Only eats eggs.
So far, there are only rumors as to why the undead used to roam the street. No, was it? I forgot a lot of stuff that happened.
It was like a couple of weeks
before.
ago.
Yeah, I forgot a lot of the stuff that happened.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. The ghost storm used to attack every 10th day. It would.
Okay, good. I was making sure I was remembering that right.
Yeah.
We had a storm, a ghost storm, attack every few days. The dead would walk the earth. It wasn't a very pleasant time. Excuse me. It's been mostly resolved by the Magnate's Knights, one of which flat out lesson. So take with that what you will. So I believe, yes, your friend is right. We should probably leave.
Sounds like a
Alright.
plan.
As you are, I guess everybody would go through and give introductions. Lydia is going to stand up and bow and say, well, formally, I'm Lydia Solemn, and I understand loss. I lost my title, my order, my family, well, my father.
Pride, dignity, sense
Yeah.
of purpose.
Lydia still, and she's gonna say, I still have my dignity.
No, you don't. You travel with us. No, you don't.
Yeah, and she'll look away and it's like, I only killed one person by accident. And
Is that all?
Roman
Sometimes-
silence.
Sometimes you might have to take a life, save your own or another's. There's no need to feel bad about that. You did
You know,
what you
the
had
funny
to.
thing is, I don't think I've ever killed anyone.
You are very lucky.
I mean, it's weird considering the business I do. I
Extremely
feel like I'm
lucky.
inadequate.
Geisen is going to chime in and say, it's the burden of the sword. I don't wish it on you at all, Dusty. He nods and he looks to Fravia and says, I'm Geisen Windspear. I used to be the Order Captain of Order 47. Now I protect her. Hopefully if our paths call for it, there won't be any more bloodshed we have to handle. Or we have to deal with.
I hope so. I certainly hope so. Though, from what I hear, you do have people after you, so there will likely be someone's bloodshed. Hopefully none of ours.
Let's see.
That's
Who
on
else
Roman
is here?
first.
Oh, Lathy's here. Yeah, Lathy is going to say, no, we did, but Lil Harn's got a silver tongue. She negotiated something with some assassins, and it's been quiet. She's gonna look at Lydia and say, how many times have people attempted to kidnap you since then? Lydia's gonna shrug. And then Lathy is a high elf talking to you very casually, and she's just going to then look up and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm Lathy Yenveria."
The previous day, Brandon, was it Lathy? I might be remembering it wrong. Didn't someone mention before that Lathy wasn't actually a Dorai before?
No, she was reincarnated as one.
No. Like,
Yeah.
was that mentioned in the previous system? I remember
I
someone
think I
said
made
that.
an offhand joke about like getting her killed again.
Okay. I was
Everybody
trying to.
who is polite addresses her by Your Grace. I'm pretty sure. No, Makana would not have. I don't know if you guys have met anybody who has like addressed her by that, but they did.
No, it's
I
just
listened
a-
to
diplomatic
bullshit, but then
meeting.
immediately was skeptical.
Yeah.
It was more for because Fravia heard that and is now kind of wondering like, so what are you? So I guess she'll try to be polite at first. Hello, Your Grace. I may have heard something the other day, and I would like to confirm. Were you always Dorai?
She's gonna look down and say, "No, I died twice."
Hey. Do you wish to be given the same reverence?
She looks up confused.
Respect.
No. She understood what you said. And everybody's just gonna kind of look at her, and she's gonna say, "Don't I have to earn it?" Everybody else is going to shrug.
Most,
I don't know.
Most it's just like, oh, this is an adorable kid. You are a Dorai. Your appearance is that of those that are given much deep respect mostly around the world. Especially in this country and Ililnagai. You will see a lot of people call you ma'am, your grace. You will be treated with respect, almost without trying. But is that what you want?
You know what? We'll roll her an intelligence check, and she's going to say, "Can I think about it?"
Of course. I don't know if you're aware of this, but you now have a much longer time to think about it than you did before.
And she's going to shake her head and say, "Not if we can't find that damn paladin. I can't help." And she's going to say, "I can't help but walk towards the grave. He had the answers and he just took them." Gilsina's going to look up at you and say, "We had a book about a man fighting death, but we couldn't read, and we gave it to our paladin. His name was Zodra. He lived in Isildred. He fought the Overlord a lot, and then we thought he died, but then he didn't die, and he was here, and we gave him the book so he could find the guy who did the thing to Isildred, and then he ran off with the book, and now we don't know how to find the guy in Isildred or fight death itself," and she's real bummed out about it. Lathy slumps on the table and says, "Yeah, that about sums it up."
Sorry, we are lost. Do you wish me to treat you more casually until you've made up your mind?
And Lathy is face down on the table, arms stretched out, like almost knocking over people's plates, and she's just going to shrug.
Bravia is going to pat her on the head.
Like
There.
full-on depressed anime girl, basically.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, if it was me, I probably would run off too.
Yeah, patting the child on the head. There. It's okay.
This is Dusty's form of support. It's okay. I would have tricked you too. It's really easy, actually.
All right. Does anybody have anything? Wait. That's all of the NPCs introduced. I guess Altus would introduce himself. And he was told not to lead with "I have a micro penis." He would say, "I'm Altus Grandmore, the greatest arcanist uncertified in this side of, or on this side of Cedal. Yeah.
Greatest.
Oh my god, that is a lot of text.
It's funny.
That picture updated.
It's funny you say that. Altus Grandmore was not a noble, but always posed to be of a higher caste than Dockensdale. Even though the city itself doesn't have a formal caste system, a sweet boy as a child, but quickly shifted, and he's going to go through his entire backstory.
Maybe it's just that strange smile, like, oh no.
All right.
Side-eye Roman, like, oh god, what is this?
I'll
Can I like cast silence on him or something? Like
silence. I mean, yeah, you can. You don't have to waste it. If you ask him to, he'll be polite.
I don't think he needs to hear all of this.
Yeah.
I should say that. Yeah.
I'll just will stop halfway through and it's like, okay, so I guess if we're oversharing, my mom didn't love me. I got thrown in prison. I was good at magic. I got a mentor. She was really good about stuff. I accidentally killed her. Then I joined this guild to stop slavery, and we went on some adventures. I accidentally died in Isledred.
This is the
They
short
brought
version.
me back, and now I'm helping Lydia so she cannot get beheaded. Yeah, because I'm a great person.
I'm Dusty. I lived in a sewer. I make poisons and bombs. I have sex with this midget.
I don't believe I needed to know your personal.
Well, too bad you know now, and we went at it
Unfortunate.
long time last. We also got our favorite
I
horse.
like how this love is
No, I know. They're drugs.
Gonna make an alchemy shop at some point. That may or may not also be a front for a drug dealing den. Haven't decided yet. Depends how profitable it can be.
While I'm working with you, I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
And I've already stolen your water skin and poisoned it. Have fun with that.
Really, it's in
Alright.
your best interest to protect Dusty's.
If I hold you down and make you drink it, will you attest to that?
I mean, like, as long as you don't mind if I've got a chubby.
Okay.
Galcina's going to pull Fravia aside. She rolls a stealth check. Anybody who doesn't have a 20 perception can't hear her. And she's going to say, that's Roman. If you're, we haven't entirely decided if we trust him yet. If you're going to whisper with somebody, you probably want to do the whispering with me. I'm good at keeping secrets. This one time in Isledred, there was this underground organization of historians, and I didn't tell anybody about them ever.
Oh, wait, perception. Do you have to roll that, or does it have to be your passive?
If it doesn't beat your passive, you cannot hear what she's saying. You can see she's whispering into Fravia's ear. You can roll to try and listen.
I'm gonna try rolling for it, although...
And I think that's a whole party introduction.
Nope.
Yeah. Gilcina whispers into Fravia's ear.
Tells her about the secret group of historians that she didn't tell anybody about.
And now you and I both know.
I don't think I introduced myself, did I?
No, you
No,
didn't.
Netra did not.
I was gonna be like, hi.
Netro was my sewer buddy when we were in Isledred.
Unfortunately.
I'm so sorry.
He brought a lot of excitement to an otherwise boring place. That's about the best it got.
You must have been.
One of the few paladins I actually like. Although ever since we got back from Isledred, someone's been a real narc.
Lathy's gonna say, you keep using this word, but I don't think you know what it means. I'm kidding.
Sure I do. It means you're a narc.
Alright, so we're gonna jump to Lumberrat. Oh, Lumberrats didn't get an introduction. Yeah, nobody would. Everybody would just like look, or I guess any of the NPCs would like look back at where Lumberrats walked and just like scratch their head and like, no, it's best not to. Anyways, Lumerax. You walk upstairs and knock on Ilderon's door. Do you say anything?
I said, hey, Ilderon, it's me. Can I come in?
Yeah, she'll call out and say, one moment. You hear a frantic flurry of footsteps before the door finally opens. Ilderon's normally short, well-kept hair is in a has a partial braid running down the left side of her or right side of her face. Let's roll her a craft check. It doesn't look horrible. Doesn't go with her hairstyle or her clothes at all. Ilderon is going to look around and say, "Yes, what do you need?"
We need to leave.
Well, this is Lumerax up there.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's probably gonna wait a bit before he mentions leaving.
Mm-hmm.
I was told to come up here and try and hurry you up.
Try what?
Because try and hurry you up. Because there's apparently some assassin of some sort. And our party kind of wants to leave.
She is going to exhale and say, "Did those assassins that we hired miss one? They're supposed to be protecting us while we're here."
Well, I didn't get all the info, but somebody was killed last night, and they think they might be after us now.
Ilderon is going to look back at the bed. Her satchel is, or her adventuring bag is completely open with a array of stuff just laid out over the bed. And she's going to gesture to her hair and say, "Do you like it, or does it look stupid?"
Girl, it was great.
You're ready to find yourself an objective opinion on that one.
Ilderon is going to break down in the doorway and close the door and say, "You're lying!"
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
You hear something slump against the door on the other side. And she's going to say, "Lumerax, this is serious."
Your hair is serious?
I mean, she's right on
He
one of
just said that. I mean, come on, man. Listen.
What?
She's
The
going
CR20
to
encounter. A distressed woman.
She's going
God.
to speak through the door and say, "Ever since we started on this journey, everybody's been counting on me every step of the way. I'm trying my best, but how I present myself, how we look, how we interact with these dignitaries, every single moment, every judgment, it matters."
Well, I think you look great all the time, so.
Aw.
And she's going to say, "I don't need to look great. I need to command respect. Because if I don't..." She goes silent. And she starts sobbing.
This is going very well.
Wah, wah.
this is going great.
Pick the perfect person to come here.
yeah, like regrets and emotions don't go well together.
True, but you would be the one that needs to console a sobbing a little Haran over his lip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are the one that's closest to her.
Quote unquote.
Quote unquote. Okay. What was the last thing she said? That she wanted to command respect?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Grax is gonna say, well, you have my respect. And I'm sure you have our party's respect.
Roll a persuasion check.
That should be a truth check.
Well, yeah, that's why it's not a deception check. Well, I don't know, maybe it is a deception check, because she doesn't have Altus's or Dusty's respect. They respect nobody.
I was about to say, we only respect each other, and only sometimes.
I've got -2 in persuasion, Brad. I don't know if I want to roll that.
Gotta go for it, buddy. I believe in you. Look at that 13!
It's a 13.
Look at that net -1.
Lil Haran is going to... The door is going to open, and she is perfectly composed as far as, like, posture. Her face isn't scowling or frowning
Shocked.
at all. Yeah. She breathes in and breathes out and says, okay, keep it together. Alright. And she's just going to look at Lemongrass and say, I'm trying really hard not to get anybody killed. She's going to go to the bed, gather up her stuff, and start walking out the door, presumably behind or next to Lemongrass.
She's walking out the door behind me?
Yeah, she's walking downstairs.
Okay. Yeah. I do
All right. Just to make it easier for the rest of the party, Lil Haran has rolled a 23 on a deception check. If your passive insight is greater than that, then you see through her guise. Otherwise, she's great. And she's going to come downstairs, and yeah, everybody's gathered together. And what was the conversation on? Sexcapades? Oh no, sewer buddies with Netra and
That's where we last left off, yeah.
Yeah,
I want to say
and,
the last thing we
Dusty.
literally said was that, like,
I
was
basically
the,
introduced myself and did
delivering
nothing else.
her secret.
Oh yeah, she whispered a suit, and like
She whispered a secret. I called Netra a narc, and
he felt sorry for me for having to live with Dusty.
And I'm eating my eggs, contemplating all of my life choices.
You made all proper decisions. Every decision you've ever made has got you right here where you're supposed to be. Home.
Exactly.
Okay,
Karma
Grant.
is a thing in Ilderon. This is me suffering for my sins.
Oh, wait. Who's our Dorian in this party?
Grax.
what?
Only Grax.
Oh,
No,
only
Oh,
Lummigrax.
Fravia.
No, Fravia.
Fravia.
Sorry.
Fravia and Lummigrax, you guys get a free history check. DC... Oh god, it is easy.
So you say that.
DC, yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 7. It's like between the easy and normal scale. Everybody else can get the same free history check, but for everybody else the scale is gonna be at 13.
Well, that means it's not happening for Rob. It's not happening for Rob.
You were here a little bit, but you didn't care.
My
I
passive
didn't even make the
perception,
easy check.
insight, and investigation are so shit for being a paladin.
Lumagrax and
Bravia?
Fravia, yes, are going to notice Ilderon is wearing a warrior's braid in her hair. She definitely has not earned it, as far as like what you guys can see from her combat accomplishments, and what you guys know of her combat skills, which more so means that her braid is a challenge. Like she is challenging the world.
I guess once they're coming up, Bravia will see that
Man,
and say,
she's gonna be very disappointed.
"That's a bold statement."
And she's going to inhale and say, "We are diplomats on behalf of Supreme Light Lyra Permata. We will not be bullied or pushed around while we're here. We will go and we'll negotiate peace with Walter and then peace with the throne. And then we'll return home to Illuminagai, where we will be welcomed as heroes."
I like your mom.
Somehow I don't see that happening,
I'm convinced.
but
She's putting in an effort, which I'll give you some point. But
it's the goal. It's the eventual goal. But anyways, I'm gonna say to Lohan, I hope you eat fast because we need to make preparations to leave.
Yeah, Ilderon is going to wave a hand and say, "I'll eat rations on the road."
Really good eggs.
And I'm gonna try and convince her to be like, no, you should really, like, this might be the last time we get to, like, if we're gonna be chased, we might not get to rest and have a good meal for a while. Take it while you have the chance.
All right. She sits down to eat. She's going to speak up and say, "Lumagrax told me someone was killed last night by an assassin. Brief me on the situation."
there
So-
was no actual murder, but no,
Yeah,
wait.
Lumagrax very clearly said he wasn't paying attention.
It's like, no, wait.
I
I
just
remember
heard
someone
assassin.
being thrown off.
I assumed.
Don't know if he died. We will assume there was a death. An assassin was let out by a traitor last night. This is an assassin they had caught recently, and one that apparently Roman Drake is familiar with. She killed the previous magnate.
I really like how that sentence was structured.
Ilderon is going to.
Why? There's nothing incriminating for you. You didn't let her out.
The way it came out was just perfectly familiar with the assassin. He killed the last magnate. Like, no, the assassin did.
No, that's what I said. Like, she killed the last magnate.
Oh no, they're correct.
Heard that wrong, but I mean, still accurate.
I believe you were there that night, weren't you, Roman?
Wrong magnate.
You're right. No, that was, I believe, a large creature attacked then. That's
Yep.
what the councilman.
Ilderon is going to exhale and say, "All right. Does anybody have any other dealings that they need to confess with unsavory figures? We're heading into Renalpaul lands. Walter is beloved by his people. Nope, she'd be more respectful. Lord Renalpaul is beloved by his people. A slight against him, his city, or any counselor he's appointed." She shakes her head and says, "The people of the lands would not tolerate it. They followed him into the Maw of the Abyss to fight here inside the capital. They
Does he
do.
just try to raise his hand.
She
Who
pauses
is
and
Rental
looks
Paul?
at you.
I'd like to reiterate that Grax kidnapped his daughter once.
Who is this Rental Paul and why are we seeing him?
Okay, but was he visible when he kidnapped her?
Yeah. Like, Lumagrax has been tried and charged and everything.
Wow, you are all
Well,
using advantage.
Like, we've already... Like, we all know this. This is, I just wanted to state that that's something we're gonna have to deal with.
Yeah.
I guess we can't leave. I guess we can't disguise him or leave him behind or anything like.
You could also try to spin this as a way to get it on your side. He worked against Walter by stealing his daughter, Lord Renalpaul by stealing his daughter. Maybe this could be him trying to seek retribution.
It's a good spin. Atonement.
He saw the errors of
Grax
his
feels
ways.
bad about it.
All right.
How guilty can you
Yeah.
look?
let's roll a perception check.
Like, look at Dusty.
I was gonna say, like, it's like, how guilty can you look? Silently eats eggs.
I mean, like, full of guilt. Like, can you play off atonement? I'm sure you are, but can you sell it?
But I've never done anything wrong in my life.
Aloha.
Well, if they have any Zone of Truth people, I mean, I guess I could. No, I can keep him from being affected by Zone of Truth. Actually,
You are willing
Aloha's
to
going to.
go
Oh, go
under
ahead.
a zone of truth. Okay. Maybe.
I mean,
we
what's
could
the
use that.
question?
We'll probably need to limit the question to only about him seeking atonement.
Dusty's pretty good at bullshitting.
I'm
Right.
incredibly good at bullshitting.
Pretty good.
Better than you.
Okay, the point isn't to be better than me. It's can you beat me? Can I tell or not if you're bullshitting? And most of the time I can. So pretty good is what we're going with.
Anyways.
We can talk more about this on our.
I did steal your bread that night in Isildred, and you never knew.
On some level, I think we all knew.
Feel the need to reiterate that the assassin that we're currently worried about is a doppelganger. So
Right.
We should have a key phrase. The key phrase should be Dusty has never done anything wrong in his life.
What key sign are you aware of? This can work against us.
Who are you asking that?
Roman. Since he seems familiar.
she won't have a shadow.
Then you look for people without shadow. During the day, this will be helpful, but at night, we'll put us at a disadvantage.
Aloharn's gonna speak up and say to Lumagrax and say, you don't have to pretend that you're on the path to atonement. You actually were given a path. You could not do. You don't have to go do exactly what the High Councilwoman asked you to. But if you could resolve that situation for her.
I would remind that if you don't do that, we should probably never return here again. Like, ever.
Aloharan gestures to Lumagrax, not to Lumagrax, to Dusty as like he's right. Just presenting Dusty's statement.
I've done a lot of running in my lifetime, I know. Or at the very least, you come back as a different
You know
person,
what?
completely unrecognizable.
Aloharan is smart. And she's going to look at Lumagrax and
That
say...
sounded so drunk. I'm sorry. That was like, you know what?
You know!
Can you just imagine Ilderon being drunk for like just being like, you know what?
She's
That
going
was
to look at
real hard.
Lumagrax.
That sounds fun.
she's gonna look at Lumigrax and say, I thought you Ardorians were supposed to be symbols of valor. You know, as a little girl, I looked up to stories of great Ardorian heroes.
Don't worry, you'll be
What are
disappointed
you?
by more of your heroes.
Well, she's gonna say, I clearly am. What are you, Lumigrax? A man who runs from his problems or a man who confronts them?
What are you suggesting? You know what? Does she have a shadow?
Does Ilderon have a shadow? She does.
You do know what he was asked to do, right? Like, we're gonna.
Yeah, like,
You know, something that like he's been contemplating doing. Like it's
And she's
it's
going.
not a,
She's gonna nod and say, I'm not telling him to go in there and kill a helpless prisoner. I'm saying if the High Councilwoman and this woman have a disagreement, mediate, negotiate, find what it is, find compromises, fix the problem.
as someone from the other party who knows who this woman is, like actually killing her is probably for the best.
Yeah, Ilderon has no idea who she is.
Bravia does.
The doppelganger?
like my
No,
other-
Lumigrax
No,
was given a
Lumigrax was
personal
asked-
quest to go kill a prisoner.
Mhm.
If they said to kill the prisoner, he's got to kill.
So you're saying mediate between the councilwoman and who?
The prisoner.
And the prisoner? So just go talk to the prisoner, and then go back to the councilwoman and say, I didn't kill the prisoner, but I talked to the prisoner, and now I'm talking to you.
Um,
Okay.
You know what? Actually, we could solve this. I am really good at making poison.
I feel like we can
Just
we can
say.
talk about this as we're leaving. Like we don't have to sit here. If she's
Yeah.
done eating.
Are we going to Storm's Nest? You know, we should leave the city.
yeah, she's going to stand up and start walking out. I'm assuming the rest of the party's going to follow her, and she is going to a last comment. She's just gonna like look back at Lumigrax and say, as a member of the Risen, I was forced to swear off families, titles, and love. But if I could choose to be with somebody, it would be with someone who doesn't run from their problems. She's gonna turn around and keep walking.
Do we hear this?
Oh,
No,
we're
she
doing
says
this
that.
now.
She says
What's
that.
happening right now?
Did she say this in front of everybody?
I mean,
She
nobody
does.
can hide from my ears. So
I mean, it's not like
I
her
feel
and
like that
Lumigrax are in a relationship or anything.
But like that, I feel like that's something that you like. Maybe not the best time to like say that.
It's like,
Talking
Oh,
about that toxic
I-
masculinity, huh?
I'm just gonna follow after her and be like, you need to learn something called like tact. I think.
Dusty's just gonna clap Drax on the back. It's like, I am so sorry, buddy.
take it from me. Prison women are trouble.
Yeah.
Let's get our
When-
full-on racism going now.
When Netra says that, she's going to whisper to Netra and say, "I don't mean it. I'm just trying to motivate him. We really need a win on this."
Again, there are better ways to do that.
That is just oof. Oh, brutal.
She's gonna nod and say, "I'll try and ponder some."
Like
She's-
private. In private would be a better way to say that.
Yeah. Is she gonna apologize? No, she's got her warrior's braid on. She's confident. She's not.
Yeah, no, she's not gonna like. She's
Yeah,
trying
we
to look
look
like she's
back,
composed.
and then she just shakes her head and keeps going.
Drax is an idiot. He'll forgive her.
He'll forget about it. He'll forget about it. I don't even think he'll forget. I think he'll just forget about it.
You know what? We're in a brothel. You can have anyone you want, man. Just saying.
Oh,
Oh.
Grax's heart is breaking.
Hell, listen, next time me and Altus, like, you have an open invitation. I'm just saying.
All right. Do you guys head towards the city gates?
Yep.
Would it be, Grex?
Ba-da-ba-da-dum.
I guess I'll go at least talk to that lady, the prisoner.
Now,
To
who is
Storm's Nest?
who is it that she wanted you to talk to and/or kill?
Hey, this conversation is happening on the way to Maiden's Watch.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't remember the name.
Ayla's.
But it's been like 3 weeks, but
I'm sorry, did you just say Aylis?
Yes.
Mm. I doubt you'll be able to even talk to her.
Do you have something you want to share with the class?
Look,
Any
we
of you happen to
look,
know where drugs
we're a
are?
very transparent group. We like to tell everybody everything after it's already caused a problem.
exactly.
Yes.
But preferably before it causes problems.
We totally tell everyone everything.
Diviner Aylis.
Never lie to anyone.
I don't know how to say her last name, Brent.
Flitrip.
Ever.
Was a diviner working for the magnate. She and the magnate had, well, rumors say they were rather close. She is possibly a demon or a member of Gethenfell, depending on what the rumors say. She fought against the magnate's knights, and I believe she threatened a child, which is probably why she is asking you to kill her.
She seems to have something against people who do things to children, which, I mean, can't say that I disagree.
No, that's not wrong. It's more like she wants you to kill this person. She's subverting the magnet by doing, sending her own assassin, you, to kill her. If you kill her, I doubt you will be allowed free. She is in a prison.
I'm just going to talk first.
Does that always work
Walking behind you guys, Lydia is going to clap as if almost like for being your guys' spiritual mentor for the better part of 2 months is finally paying off. Like, oh my god, he's listening to me.
Hey, Grax, listen, if you want if you need something, like, just give me some time. I can make you some poison or something. Make it real easy. Slip it in her water.
Are demons even affected by poison?
No.
Honestly, have
Dusty
no
wouldn't know
idea.
that.
Dusty, whenever you say if you need something, I'm always worried about what it is you're going to say next. Because it can literally be poison, sex, or anything else. And
A left sock.
I mean, would you prefer bombs? I've got bombs.
Why not all
Yeah,
of the
dude.
above?
You gonna do this by yourself, Grex? You need moral support.
I think he
Guys
would
prepare
need
a murder
people
in
to
hand?
go.
No.
with him.
I'm lack of
Not-
moral.
Not murder, but I believe he would need someone to go with him. Maybe multiple, just in case something happens. She is tricky and slippery.
well, we do have somebody who's good at hiding.
Do you
If he just keep his mouth shut, I think it'll work fine.
I mean, yeah, I can take a couple people with me.
Do you think they'll actually let you in to talk to them?
Oh, he's doing it on the orders of a high council person, so I feel
I
like
can
that has
try.
I mean, again, like we can have just like Dusty can just sneak it. Like he's good at this if he keeps his mouth shut.
I know when to keep my mouth shut. Don't know what you guys are insinuating. I can now.
Into a prison, right?
And
It means you're gonna have to keep your mouth shut the whole time. No snide comments.
There was an
Nothing.
assassin recently.
here's a question: how large is your backpack?
That is a good question. Well, they're gonna search it if they're good at their jobs.
They will be on high alert with an assassin.
Oh
would
yeah,
be
no, they did
surprised
just have
if
someone
they
break out. Ooh, I imagine some people are gonna get fired for that.
They will be extra wary about anybody going in, especially someone that would go to see aliens.
If people are gonna get fired over that, maybe we can talk to one of them and like pry into them like while they're being all pissed off. Maybe we can get somebody who's like want to get back at them.
I can't help but think that right now the traitor is going towards this to do exactly what Lumbergrex wants to do.
What, talk?
The timelines are all converging.
This is the worst timeline.
All right. So.
The worst time was when we're still in Instagram.
Oh man, it's been a long time since I've used this page.
Ooh.
Yeah, I had to pull this out of the archives. This is the map for Storm's Nest. All right, so Lumbergrax, the party is going to walk in with you through into the lobby, I guess. There is a winding there is a winding hallway that leads into the entrance hall of the prison. Here there is this large open room. There is a second floor where archers are posted up and crossbowmen that can all see down onto the first floor. In the back of the room, there are 3 iron portcullises. You see personnel moving in and out of the one furthest to the west. There are 2 lines processing prisoners to the one in the center of the room and the one in the east. They are being escorted, some in, some out. There are various different commoners here inside of this chamber on the first floor, talking with either some sort of guard, merchant, priest, sage, or well, they wouldn't be talking to prisoners here. Simply getting in line. Well, a little hard, and Lydia and others could point you just like, oh, the center looks like they're, taking requests from citizens. Getting in line and just waiting, through the people shuffling forward until you're the one at the desk immediately behind the portcullis. And the portcullis is open, by the way. They're not like opening and closing it every time people have to go through. There's actual several guards here just like stopping people from walking through it if they're not supposed to be. The person at the desk is going to look up at you and roll a perception check. And he's going to stand up and say, nat 20'd it. He's going to stand up and say, the Lonagian diplomat sent by the High Councilwoman. She sent word last night that you were coming to speak with the prisoner.
How fortuitous.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes. That's us.
All right. He is going to stand up and talk to several of the guards behind him. One of them is going to sit down and start processing requests. And he is, what's he going to say? He's gonna head he's gonna head behind the portcullis, obviously gesturing for you guys to follow him, and he's gonna speak up and say, the High Councilwoman sent word that you'd be coming. She permitted you to interrogate one of our maximum security prisoners alone. If you want, he points down a chamber to the west and says, your companions can wait for you in the staff barracks. There's also 2 other barracks on the other side of the prison where guards wait or sleep in between their patrols.
I point at 2 of my companions. What 2 want to go with me?
I'll go with you if you want an extra lift.
I mean, I offered to give you poisons and shit, but I don't think I'd. I mean, do you want me there?
Yeah. I'll tell the girl that I got a couple coming with me though.
All right.
I'll go with you. If you take one more. Never actually saw her.
The man is going. He's going to as he's like leading you down here. He arrives at a wall, and he's going to say to Lumagrak and say, the High Councilwoman's orders were for you to see her alone.
Oh.
And
forgot about that part.
yeah, and he's going to say to Lumagrax and say, she gave you permission to act on her accord, and
we're really just escort.
Once your duty is fulfilled, she's prepared escorts for you to leave the prison.
I'm gonna do an insight check to figure out if he knows, like, what I'm actually there to do.
Go ahead. Let's see. I'm gonna roll him. So that's a really good insight check. And he would not be he would not be trying to hide this specifically from Lumagrax. But yeah, he probably knows what you're trying to do. And I'm also going to give you this. He's going to, or he's not going to say anything, but Lumbergrass, you can kind of piece together that whatever he's implying, if he does know what you're trying to do here, it's probably saying that he can get you out of here, but not 3 other people.
I can get myself out.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why Dusty is like a good person to bring along. Cause like he's self-sustaining.
I ain't going to stick around for the date. I'm really here just to give the supplies and maybe keep lookout.
Well, I'll say. Oh gosh. If can I at least take one? And I point to Dusty and say he's a good lookout.
Good look.
And he's gonna say, look out for what? It's not like you're doing crimes or anything. He's gonna shrug and say,
the man likes his. What can I say? The man likes his privacy. And
Yeah.
I'm a trusted friend.
Yeah,
Should I roll a deception on that, or?
No, you don't have to. And he's going to nod at you bringing Dusty. And
I feel hurt and left out.
well, it's not that he doesn't want you guys there. It's just that he, in his mind, Lumigrax is going to go get some heat on him. He can't keep heat from all of you guys, and he's just doing his job. All right. So he told you guys there were 3 barracks you can stay at inside of the prison. If you want, he'll drop you off at any of them. He is going to... you're going to see him move a brick and place a key into a hole in the wall. And the entire wall is going to slide. He walks into a towering part of the prison. There has to be at least 8 floors of cells winding around this room. You guys are in the secret prisons of the... so as you walk into this chamber, you guys are going to be very acutely aware that... you're going to be very acutely aware that there are no guards in here. Instead of prison guards in this towering room of cells, there are members of the Chantry of Discipline, Justicars, paladins, and sages and clerics, moving to and either tending to prisoners or moving people in and out of cells. He is going to open. He is going to walk through here and open one more secret passageway leading into the southern part of the prisons. He leads you guys through several winding chambers before finally, if everybody's still with him, he's going to point down the hallway and say, and at this point you guys are... Let me delete this. Well, actually, I'll give you guys a path. You have taken through here. He is going to point... Oh, the barracks are... oh, man, that's a long way. Yeah. He's going to bring you guys into this hallway. And after opening one locked set of prison or iron bars and opening them aside, he's going to point to the north and say, the quartermaster and the barracks are northwards, 2 chambers up. You can find a place to rest while your companions speak with the prisoner. The rest... Well, Ilderon is going to... Well, no, she'll be the... No, she won't. She'll be the first one. She'll put her hands on Lumigrax's shoulders and say, remember, you don't have to do what she said to do. Find out what the heart of their disagreement is, why it exists, and then once you have that, we can brainstorm ways later to mend it, okay? If she is a demon or any of those other things or any of those rumors prove true, just pray to your goddess or pray to mine. They're always listening to us, and she's going to just like rub at Lumigrax's chest, just like hardying him up, and say, "We've survived much worse, okay?" And finally, she's just going to pat your shoulder and then start walking northwards. Galacina is walking by. She's going to say, best way to do it is just clean cut to the neck. They'll either suffocate or bleed out. Just... And Lathy doesn't say anything, and Lydia, walking by, she's going to say, do you have the prayer book I gave you yesterday? She did give you a prayer book. I told you to add it to your inventory.
Let me check. Okay. I'll add it to my inventory.
So if you did not write it down, Taylor, I'm going to roll you a percentage die if Lumigrax forgot it. Do you want high in your favor or low in your favor?
High.
Okay,
I have
I'm
a quick question. Did this guard search us on the way in?
No, he did not. He moved you guys past the searches.
Oh, okay.
So 1 through 40%, you have misplaced the book. I had it somewhere. You don't find it on your person. Lydia is going to just shake her head and say, "You and Icium were always doing those hairball schemes. Write this on your hand. Guidance. People need guidance. The heart of disagreements comes from misguidance." And she'll hug you. You've been through a lot with her. You were with Carter, with her when you guys first met. Guys in walks by you.
Alright, Dusty is just going to hand you a smoke bomb and it's like, in case things get hairy.
What's the
Just throw it on the floor and run.
Altus. Altus, walking by, is just gonna whisper and say, Lumigrax, she is in prison and you are gonna, kill her. She wants to get down with the Shuggy Duggy. Nobody's gonna be watching you, and you guys can get it on. Only, of course, if she wants to before you kill her.
Talking to the wrong player character.
And, Altus is going to pat you on the butt and then start walking with the rest of the party. Alright, Netra and Roman, do you guys stay or do you head with the party to the barracks?
Maybe I would go with the rest of the party.
Oh yeah, and Fraser, I'm so sorry.
If we're allowed to go with them, I don't see why not.
You are not, I say with quotation marks, allowed to go with Lumigrax. The guard that's leading you there didn't say you guys couldn't go. He said he was only told that Lumigrax was going. And he implied if things get heated, he can't get all of you guys out.
We're in that room, right?
No, you're at the other side of that. I'm going to draw it in blue. Or, nope, I already have blue. You guys are right here. He told you this is the barracks right there.
Right.
You guys are currently at the X, though.
I guess before I join the rest of the party, I'll look at Lumigrax and just be like, do you know the judges, Nalapalia?
Do I know what?
The judges, Nalapalia. I think I'm saying that right.
Yes.
Probably no. It's probably also just what?
I'll allow Lumigrax a history check or a religion check.
Let's see which one I got.
As always, I believe in you.
11.
So, a Nali Palia is a religious poem, but it's like stupid Ililnagian customs and art. Who has time for that? You are not familiar with the judge's Nali Palia. It is some Alilnagian poetry that you never bothered to read.
No, I don't know them.
So it goes, I bore the judge's weight, I found my soul burden. Think about what weights you can carry before you do anything stupid.
I nod and grunt.
Okay, big guy. I'll make sure little Haren's there waiting for you when you're done.
I stare vigorously.
All right. Stepping into the room. Or wait, no, you wouldn't step into the room. All right, once everybody is to the north, the guard is going to remove a brick again and insert his key into another keyhole. The wall is going to slide, and you proceed through into a secret cell. In this room, there is a glowing blue inscription on the ground. It is large, and it is about 15 feet in diameter. 3 feet, maybe 4 feet above the ground. Well, actually, maybe 2 feet above the ground. There is a cage built into the roof. It has a silver floor. The floor of the cage is entirely made of silver, and the bars are of metals that you are unfamiliar with. You might recognize them. They are greenish in nature. There is a woman sitting in this cage. It is about 10 feet wide. She is, would they give her books? I feel like they'd give her books. Yeah, she'd be reading, sitting down on the floor of this silver cage. The guard is going to step in with you and say, and there are, let's say there are 4 people in this room who all look incredibly proficient at their job. The guard's going to step in and say, shift change is going to be happening early today. High Councilwoman Anadelia Surreal Renopaw requested that this citizen be allowed to speak with the prisoner on her behalf. They demand privacy. The guards are going to look at you and then step out. The guard who led you here is going to whisper in your ear and say, the anti-magic circle was set up by Diviner Orison. He's been out of the castle for a couple days, so whenever you do what you have to do, make sure not to scratch, scrape, or dispel it. He is going to step out and slide the door closed. Let's go with suspense music. All right, sitting in this cell, you are going to see Alice, the woman you were told to kill. She is sitting with her legs crossed on the floor, reading a weighty leather tome, and she is going to look up as you step in. There was one more thing I wanted to say. Oh yeah. This is the prisoner High Councilwoman Anadelia has told you to come kill. She's going to close the book and turn towards you. Say, so this is where it ends then.
I'm just here to talk right now.
She nods and says, well, I've said everything I'm going to say. You want to know anything, ask that god of yours. I gave him all the information he needed.
What god is that?
She's going to look at you and say, Gale Song, the one who put me in here.
Get no goddamn credit.
Would Dusty have walked in with him? Yeah, Dusty is in, I'm going to draw it in a magenta X. Dusty's in the guard barracks with the rest of the party. She's going to inspect Lumigratz for a long second and say, I recognize the make of that sword. Any place. You're not sent by Gale Song. The gatekeeper sent you?
Not exactly. You kidnapped a kid, and I was sent by the councilwoman, Anadelia.
She is going to huff and say, kidnapped a kid? I didn't kidnap anyone. My granddaughter is not yet born. She will be soon, though. She's growing strong. She closes her eyes and says, I felt the energy just pouring from her, such a vivacious one.
Grax is gonna look confused.
And she's going to stand up and say, I didn't kidnap any kid. Anadelia was promised my daughter's child. That was when my daughter thought her pregnancy was a shame or something that she needed to hide. The child wasn't yet born, and the magics that I affected with were of no consequence to that agreement. She should take no issue with me. Her real issue should be with the magnate herself.
So you have no issues with her or the child?
She shakes her head and says, no. The child is my trusted burden to protect and care for.
And you wouldn't separate them again if you had the chance?
She's going to exhale and say, if it meant she would have a happy, safe life. Alis nods and says, who raises the child is of no consequence to me. She she points towards the sword on your back and says, the High Councilwoman, say it again?
I insight her last statement.
Oh, go for it.
With it 15.
So if the rumors are true of what Fravia said, it's probably true what she said. Or it's probably true what Ayla said of, she doesn't care who raises the child. If the rumors are true, this person is more of like a background figure. If at all doing anything nefarious, which who knows, it's most likely from behind a curtain.
So she's just a pawn for somebody else?
That's a very good question. So you beat the DC for that insight check. The information you pick up on is that she is not lying about not caring about who raises the child. That does not put your mind at ease, though, that she is a good person. Does that clarify anything?
Yeah. And she was about to say something about the sword.
Oh, yeah, and she's going to say, the High Councilwoman sent you. Allow me to ask, sent you to do what?
She feels threatened by you because of the kid. And she wanted to make assurances that you would not harm her or the child, or take the child away from her again.
And Alice is going to look a little confused and say, and for those assurances, what is she offering? My freedom?
She wanted me to oh gosh. No, she's not offering freedom.
Alice nods and says, very well. What is it you get out of this?
I might have kidnapped her wife once, and she said that this debt would be repaid.
Alice is going to sit down and say, very well. Tell her she has she has my assurance and my word. No harm, so long as I breathe, will ever come to that child. No harm or retribution from me will be directed towards Anadelia. My issue comes with a very different particular lot.
Oh,
She's she's going to nod and say, out of the two of us, at least, or out of both of us, at least one of us deserves to be happy. She sits down and starts opening her book again.
Oh, Willow.
If Lemongrax is still standing there, she is going to look back up and say, "You were sent here to kill me, weren't you?"
Grax, he nods and sighs with a heavy, sighs heavily. And then I say, with hesitation, yes.
She is going to laugh and say, I sure wish there was a witness here right now. She's gonna look at you and say, well, get on with it.
Grax is oh my gosh.
Yeah, if Lemongrax is frozen, she's going to stand up and say, well, I'll tell you what. If you can't bring yourself to kill me, I hold no ill will against you. Go ahead, and I'll instruct you on what to do to erase to break the lines of that anti-magic circle below the cell. Once you do, I will have a conversation with the High Councilwoman, and just as I assured you, no harm will come to her. I mean, it's probably just a misunderstanding.
So she beat that insight?
Yes, she did. Presuming she lied at all.
I don't think that letting you out is a good idea.
She's going to lean back on the. She's going to lean back on her two hands, still sitting cross-legged, and say, "And why's that? Did they tell you stories of what I did to get in here? Allegedly consorting with demons, being controlled by them, placing curses on untold numbers of individuals."
And are you not controlled by a demon?
She is going to nod and say, I control her. And she's gonna say, they told you all the bad stuff I did, but they didn't tell you all the good stuff I did. How I helped defend this nation against an invading army. How I helped the knights save the lives of the knights who nullified the ghost storm. All the magical knowledge that I've given to the throne. And she's going to say, what's your name?
I incited that statement.
She seems pretty earnest about this. Like, if before she was trying to manipulate you, she's now given up on that. Probably.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, from what you gander.
My name is of no import.
And she's going to say, my evil that they paint in broad strokes is all done in shades of gray. She's going to again gestures to the sword and say, coming to kill an innocent prisoner. Can't you say the same about yours? Well, and she'll correct herself. Not innocent, unarmed.
You might be unarmed, but I heard that you were very lethal.
Go ahead.
Grax is... He's gonna... He's gonna pull the sword out.
Alright, give me a charisma save. Oof. Alright. The sword demands blood. You feel your own blood start to boil. Alis is
this is a roller coaster.
Yeah, Alis is just going to walk towards the edge of the cell. And she'll stand up and put her arms out to the side, wrapping them around the bars. And she's going to whisper between the bars and say, I've died before.
And Reax is gonna say, as have I. And then he's gonna stab her.
Alright, right now she is just a CR commoner inside of this anti-magic zone. Roll me a attack roll with the sword. Alright, roll me damage. It does not get its magical bonus. Also, when you step into the magic circle, its charm effect on you also fades. Alright, let's see. What is her constitution? I'm going to give her 3d4 plus her con of commoner hit die. She's dead.
No.
All right. You stab her through the cell. As you do, she is going to fall down, and her body is going to start leaking a black ichor instead of blood. Does she have anything she wants to say? No, she does not. Actually, I'll roll her a percentage die. You are going to, as she starts slowly losing the signs of life in her body, you are going to see her face go to a smile and then slowly fade into fear, and then just lifeless like that.
So she doesn't say anything?
No, she does not say anything. After, what do you do after this?
I say I wish it didn't have to be this way, and then I sheath my sword, and I guess I walk out.
All right. As you step out, or as you go to the door, the man that led you here is going to be waiting in the hallway with the other 4 guards. They are going to move to step in to the room, and as they do, they're going to see, obviously, Aelis's dead body, and the man, or the guard who led you there, or rather the guard stepping in is going to say, the prisoner's been, they look at him and say, seize him! The guard is going to grab your arms and say, we have to take him to, we have to take him into the interrogation room. We need to find out who sent him. If it was the High Councilwoman's orders, this is a crime. The guards are all going to rally around Lumigrax. Does Lumigrax draw his weapon?
No.
The man in front of you, is going to just put a hand, down. He's going to cuff you. They disarm you of your sword, and they're going to lead you deeper into the prison. After a couple more winding turns, you're led into a dark room. The guards all bring you in here and stand around. You are going to recognize one of the servants that was with you inside of Anadelia's chamber.
Oh, okay.
They lead you to a dark room and strap you to a chair. The guard standing in there is going to tell 2 of the other knights and say, who is in charge of this place? Captain Torque.
Torque!
No, it is not Torque. It is Torque's boss.
God.
Got the Flame Guard, I forgot his name, is now the General of Storm's Nest. Anyways, he is going to say, go let the warden know what's happened here. You two, stand guard. The woman is going to say, we're going to sift through your memories. We're going to sift through your memories to investigate the truths of your claim. She is going to start casting a spell on you. Give me a wisdom saving throw. You can choose to fail.
Do I know what spell?
You do know Anadelia told you she was going to modify your memories to remove the event from your mind once it was over. It's probably mind magic.
I choose to fail.
Alright. The woman casts Modify Memory on you. She begins whispering as she's going around you, ensuring your bindings are well done. She's going to say, you met with High Councilwoman Anadelia. You met on only matters of diplomacy. You never discussed the prisoner inside of Storm's Nest. You don't even know that prisoner's name. You don't know who killed her. No, she wouldn't say that. She would say, you don't know that Anadelia asked you to kill her. A nobleman by the name of Alakan, or by the family name of Alakan, sent you with a vendetta to grind against her. The matters were of a missing child, one that's yet to be found to this day. You are under the effects of a powerful charm spell, dominated and until you completed your goal. The lights of what happened here today will be seen will go to trial, one that you willingly accept your fate from. All of these things, as she's saying them, replace your other memories. After a minute, the modify memory is going to the charm effect fades, and Lumgrax, you wake up and you are in a dark room. There is a woman in front of you. You think you've seen her before, but it's foggy. You killed a prisoner, and some nobleman by the name of Alakan asked you to do it. When you refused, he cast Dominate Person on you and forced you to come here and do it. If it goes to trial, you'll show up at the trial and testify to all this. And whatever fate's handed to you, you feel okay with it. The woman is going to say, any charms or anything that's been on him have been dispelled. There was powerful magic affecting him. After about 10 minutes in this place, man with the insignia of Storm's Nest is going to come in. Warden Talcum Sarkovan. He's going to hand the woman a scroll and say, this is Zone of Truth. This is what all my Inquisitors use. Cast it. The woman is going to shake her head and say, Warden, I'm of a arcane school. She shakes her head and says, I can't cast divine magic. He is going to say, are there any paladins on the patrol today? The other guard is going to nod and say, well, I'll head to the barracks. Lumigrax, the warden starts patrolling around you. He does not look pleased at you. Although you can't remember... well, I guess you can guess why. You were dominated and told to kill a person. After a couple minutes, let's go to... let's go to the party. You guys are in the barracks.
Do we see all the guards, or do we hear all the guards like hustling to an area or something, or no?
Well, coming into here, the off-duty guards, the 2 knights that were sent to look for a paladin is going to say, is there a Cinder Inquisitor here? We're in need of a zone of truth. Let's roll a percentage die, if there are any today. 83%. An elderly man is going to start brushing his mustache, and he's going to stand up and say, "All right, I serve my warden, and I serve my magnate. Off duty, or on duty, or off." He grabs his shield, and he's going to start walking behind this guard. The other guards, are they going to notice the party? They're going to look at Fravia and Nectra, and Lydia, who are all wearing holy symbols, and they're going to say, "What is this lot doing here?" Ilderon is going to say, "We were told to wait. Our companion was."
Dusty is going to quietly slink off. I will make the stealth check now. When I find the button. There's the button. So that's a 24.
Mm-hmm. They are going to say, "Your companion, the one that was here that just killed that prisoner."
He what?
Ilderon is going to say, "No, clearly there was a mistake. No prisoner was going to be killed. We were here to talk to a prisoner." Altus is going to say, "Yeah, totally different prisoner. The one that we're talking to is actually 3 doors down to the left in the large tower of cells. We're just waiting here until he finishes. I don't even know what guy you're talking about." Altus is going to make a deception check. The guards are going to look at him and say, "Which prisoner?" And he's going to say, "The short halfling cell block A on the first floor." And they're going to look at each other and say, "Did Fingers have visitors today?" Altus is going to say, "Yeah. Fingers had he had a one visitor. They were trying to see if they could have private time, for he gestures with his hands and says conjugal, and he was a companion of ours, and we just wanted to be here to support him in case, of course, we know things like that don't happen in such a fine establishment like this." And the guards are just gonna brush a hand off at Altus, we got more important things, heading off with the prisoner. Or not prisoner, the flame guard.
Bravia is pinching the bridge of her nose as Altus talks. God. Oh my goodness. Oh goodness. Can't believe that worked.
Altus is going to whisper and say, "Enough words gets you out of anything." Alright, Lummigrax. They're going to subjugate you to a zone of truth. Do you fail the check, or do you pass? Or do you roll it?
As an implanted memory would be the
It
one
would be
that...
seen as true. You believe
If
it's
you
true.
don't
Okay.
know you're speaking a lie, you can't.
Then I'll tell it because I'll be okay with the outcome, as the memory stated.
All right, they go through the gambit of questions. Did you kill Alis? Why were you sent here today? Who sent you to kill Alis? The details you're able to provide about Alakan. You know this guy.
Isn't
Oh,
he
yeah.
Emberstride's dad?
He is Emberstride's dad.
I know lore.
Yeah, you know this guy. You actually fought him on a mountaintop. He's involved in some very nefarious stuff.
Oh, wow.
This was the guy who caused you to die when his daughter got converted into a demigod.
As you do.
Yeah. So anyways, you're able to actually provide them quite a bit of knowledge about Alakan. And he is he's currently working in a ruby mine on the river as sentenced for another crime. As they're talking back and forth about this with you. Eventually your story is going to check out, and they're going to ask you to agree to come to a trial if they need to levy more charges against him as a witness.
I happily agree.
And of course, the trial is also going to involve a sentence of you. But who would decide that? Probably a counselor of some sorts. I haven't thought of what Alona guys the two ins and outs of their legal system, because it would mostly be like, are you guilty? Well, what should we do with you? Everybody agrees you should walk free? You're fine. Everybody agrees you should die? You die.
Man, there's a lot of room for corruption here.
Yeah, by what law? Well, the one of most of the people with swords said we should do it. Well,
When you put it that way.
that's a pretty good rule of law. All right. Anyways, Lumagrax, you are processed for probably another 2 hours before eventually, after they have you sign several documents, a group is going to gather to head towards Alakan on the riverbanks to check out your story. The guard that led you in is going to start gathering your stuff from the quarters masters, brings it to you in this room, and he is going to escort you back to the party. Heading to the party, when Lumagrax steps back into the room, he's going to explain and say, your friend was under some powerful domination magic. It's unfortunate what transpired here, but the Ardorian legal system will ensure justice is dealt to the proper hand behind the crime.
I'm assuming there will be a trial, correct?
He nods, and as I
What we're
do with
talking about
all
leaving?
trials, I will roll a d10. It is in 8 days. You got plenty time.
Oh, god damn it.
Okay, 8 days. 8 days.
Well, presumably within 8 days it will be scheduled. They have to go and confront Alakan.
Well, they sent me a notice in the mail.
Yeah, if they can find you. It says an Alona guy. They don't have magical homing messages.
So no owl post.
Your name is no longer Grax, it is,
Mm-hmm.
Darg.
Sure. Zog Rodriguez, and
Zog, oh, fuck, I can't do it.
Rodriguez.
Wonderful.
All right. There is a circle around Lumberrats. The only one who breaks it is Gelsina, who will stand next to you as the party is being led out of Storm's Nest.
You said there's a circle?
Yeah, not like people are wary of being next to you.
Oh, okay.
Dusty's already gone. He left.
Yeah. All right. You are escorted out of the prison. The whole way, Ilderon and Lydia are silent. How's Geisen feel about this? Let's roll him a percentage die. He's 50-50 also. It's exactly 50%. Alright.
I'm cool with you, Lumbergrax. I'm not keeping my distance.
I mean, Dusty was already supporting you killing her, so.
You did it good by the party. Alright,
Just saying, like, open invitation. Whenever it happens again. Probably tonight.
The final word you are going to get from the guard is he is going to whisper and say, the High Councilwoman will see to it. The details of the trial are lost in bureaucracy.
Did he whispers that to me?
Yes. Oh wait, no, he won it. He won it because he would be on the plan that you had no. Yeah, he'll say you can expect the trial to be set maybe for the next coming year or 2 years.
I was like, oh, the justice system is slow, isn't it?
Oh.
Yeah.
Some might say it's blind.
Okay, Daredevil.
All right. Yeah, Scapegoat, Lumbergrax, and Alakan will be handling that crime in the future. You guys can hit the road, presumably.
Gone.
Okay, I think.
I mean, by the way, Dusty was
should
just like
leave.
hiding out by the front door, on the outside, like in a bush or something.
Well, with the date of the trial being within the next year or two, I believe we should leave in a hurry.
Lethe
Right,
is
nothing to see here.
going to be the first one to speak up and say, I had to kill people, Lumbergrax, that I didn't want to kill. I understand sometimes when you're told to do things.
Grex nodded and said, yeah, I didn't want to do it either.
So
Yes,
here's my
he-
question: did you use the poison or did you use the sword?
What do you mean, what poison?
You know, the poison. Wink.
You do know that poison is illicit, so like poison wink isn't a euphemism. It's just crime.
Maybe we should leave this type of talk till we are out of the gates and away from people.
Ah, damn it! I should have stolen some left socks while I was there. Missed opportunity.
Prison left socks. You can't find those every day.
What? What do you mean prison? I was going to steal the guard socks. They had a
Prison
barrack. We were
guard.
in their barracks. Damn it! Would have been so easy. You know how much guard luck I could have walked away with that?
All right. So, Lumagrax. Whew, that's a moment. How much time do we have? Oh, we got 30 minutes left for tonight. We'll start you guys on. Yeah, we'll start you guys on a.
I'm just glad he's alive.
Yeah, we'll start you guys on a journey, heading north out of the city. Why can't I scroll? There we go. Cool. Now I can scroll. All right. It is only 1, 2. So it's 3 days of travel to the to Beaka Hold. You would be heading there. And let's see. I guess I'll just roll you guys travel die.
No. It's the boat over again.
No travel die.
Just having flashbacks to the boat.
But that was a glorious time. You got to be shirtless.
I mean, I wonder how many times assassins will attack.
Well, actually, no.
Opus.
I'm actually wearing a shirt right now. I have to be respectable. I'm
Okay.
During the travels, Brandon,
Yes.
since Lethe, right? Lethe is now a high elf.
Yeah.
Bravia would try to work with her to see if she could, because of this change, if she now has the ability to cast magic. High elves apparently know when wizard can do it.
Yeah, she did. I remember I made one for her. Let me look at her character sheet. Asking her to, asking her if she can cast magic, she's going to, shrug and say, how do I cast magic? She is going to make an Arcana check and try magic stuff. It fails to do anything.
Well, that's just one time.
Are we saying, but is she capable now?
Yeah. Oh, is she capable of magic? You are going to see her make several somatic components. Verbal, calling on the winds, chanting, and she does things that look like magic, but she does not know what she's doing.
So she's using the dusty way of magic of, I don't know how I can use this, I just can.
I'd say Fravia would try to assist her, but since she's a cleric, it's going to be probably different.
Well, I mean, you can cast a spell, so I will... Fravia can give the help action.
Okay.
She'll roll it one more time, and this will be you and her working while setting up camp for like an hour together.
Yep.
I don't think I rolled it with advantage. All right.
I mean,
the
better.
17. She is going to. You are going to instruct her. You go through a couple. What are the cantrips that Fravia knows?
That I know. I have Spare the Dying, Guidance, Sacred Flame, Mending, Booming Blade, Minor Illusion, Told Dead.
Okay, so you are going to.
Illusion's really good.
You're going to go through like all of these several times of just like, hey, this is how I cast magic. Here's the stance you need. Here's the mindset you need. You know, here's like how the spell produces an effect. Here's one with the verbal component. Here's one with the material. And then you're going to get to guidance. And, you know, she's like going through you with the gestures. And something around her sparks, sparkles, shimmers, and then dissolves. And she is just gonna like look around and just go, what was that?
Yeah, wizard her.
Congratulations.
Freya feels empowered. Your next ability check that you make, you can add 1d4 to it. There is no time limit on it. She does not know what happened.
You casted magic.
You know what? I'm just gonna start clapping. Give me 1 second, Aronis, for this other table I'm looking for. And then I will handle the rest of that. Alright. Yeah, as she's setting up camp, realizing she can cast magic, she's going to do it again. This time at calling Gelsina over. She performs the spell, or what she thinks is a spell, providing the same effect to Gelsina. Who else does she care about showing this to? Oh, definitely Netra. She's going to call Netra over and show the spell effect to Netra. And... oh no, it is not going to work when she does it to Netra. She tries again and again and again and again, and is unable to get it to produce any
Someone's run out of spell slots.
Well, just keep practicing. I'm just gonna encourage you, like, you know, it's never gonna work when you want it to. It'll, at the start at least. You'll get a feel soon. So if you keep practicing, you get a feel of how to channel it properly and make it work.
You know what? She's just, gonna smile, hug Nectra, and then run off into a field and just keep trying at it. Nectra's such a good mentor. Surely she doesn't deserve to be with the rest of you scumbags. I'm kidding.
Whoa! I mean, that's
After
not
what I just said, you're gonna call me a scumbag? Come on.
No.
No, I'm saying Netra doesn't... Netra is too good to be with everybody.
Oh! I thought you meant...
Ravi is a scumbag now.
Alright, normal for the season. No wind, and... ooh, heavy rain. Okay. Alright.
Just how Fravia likes it.
Your first night camping north of Ardor on the foothills, north of the river. Do you guys want to travel through the night? You get a level of exhaustion, but you could cover twice the distance. I did not ask that.
You can go the distance.
Well, nobody's really coming after us from the jail, right? Like, we're not really in danger of being too close to
I'd
it.
like to remind you that I mentioned that a doppelganger assassin might be after us.
I mean but that's something that we're going to be wary of anyways, even if we are moving. I'm just saying, like, at the point at where the amount we've traveled so far, I don't think puts us that much closer to. I'd rather do like rest here than be exhausted while also being chased anyways. Like, we can set up, an alert system or something.
Okay. All right. You guys are able to rest on the foothills, setting up a camp. The thing that will become apparent to you guys as you go to sleep for the night, you are going to see two smoke. The camp are you're going to see two columns of smoke coming from the south, not terribly far behind you guys. Like, I'm assuming you set up camp a good little distance off the road. Presumably, there is somebody out there a couple miles away tracking you.
Inconceivable.
Yeah. Inconceivable! The odds of somebody tracking us. It's the Dread Pirate Roberts. Alright, and we'll pick up here next session on the 29th.
Awesome.
Cool.
Alright. Let's see. Experience. Lumbergrax. Completing a personal quest, man.
Thank you.
I don't know if I want to thank you. I gotta say, I kind of wasn't expecting you to kill her. I was like, oh, he's not gonna kill her. It caught me by surprise.
I mean, it was a roller coaster. At first, I thought you were going to, and then you didn't, and then like you weren't, and then he is.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, that was very
I mean,
nice.
ultimately, like, for the world, it's for the best. Also, she's probably not going back to the bridge because the anti-magic.
Well,
She's probably just gone. You condemned her soul.
Well, no, the anti-magic wouldn't stop that. Some type of force barrier would, though.
You mean like the one she's in because she's in a prison?
Yeah, but she's not in a force barrier. She's in a metal cage. Like, some types of force things can even stop ethereal things from coming in or out.
I mean, long story short, it's not ending well for her.
Yeah, presumably whatever method she was using to get back into Ilderon, Gilsong has stopped, if he's at all worth his nugget. Yeah, that's a point for tonight. It was a pretty Lumbergrax focused night. Lumbergrax handling a Lil Haren's breakdown. Oh
man, what is she feeling right now? Betrayed? Indifferent? Probably betrayed.
She pushed me into this.
Well, I mean, and she specifically said you don't have to kill her. That's how diplomacy works. You talk about things.
I mean, to be fair to her, you did talk to her. Like, it's not like you didn't talk to her. You just decided to kill her anyway.
And in no point is a Lil Haren's hands completely like clean of any situation you guys have been involved in. She takes the garbage and the gold that you guys give her and tries to weave whatever she can out of it. Alright, that's two things. I feel like there was another major thing that happened tonight.
That's a nice way of saying we fucking merp.
I mean, I liked having the nice... Oh, you know what? I'll give you guys minor experience for the party's introductions and everybody talking to each other. I'll give you guys minor experience for Fravia and Roman whispering off in the background. As the rest of the party sits and eats breakfast and looks at them, it's just like, are they plotting to kill us? I feel like they're planning to kill us.
Like, we already don't trust them, it's okay.
Gilcina addressing the elephant in the room of just.
I need like the real Altus to come back because I do want to talk to Altus in character about plans that I have.
Passionate gay love.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's passionate gay love too, but that's more of a bonus.
Anything else I will grant minor experience for.
We learned
Altus and Dusty's passionate gay love.
Wait, say that again, Rob? I heard you, Jackal.
Kadam escaped.
Oh, yeah, Kadam escaped.
I mean, that kind of harkens back to us whispering while the party looks at us, but...
Yeah, let's go with all that. Let me add up stuff for tonight. It's going to be a pretty straightforward... Alright. So, 5,250 experience for everybody tonight. And then I'm giving inspiration across the board. Do
anything to earn inspiration.
Yeah, I am going to give inspiration across the board for the party introductions. Well, yeah. And I am specifically going to also...
Oh, I already have inspiration, damn it.
I'm also going to throw in 1,000 additional experience tonight for Limagrax completing his half of his personal story. Now, you've reconciled with your past. Can you reconcile with your family?
No, because he's about to condemn one of them to death.
Alakan is the nobleman Alakan is not your family. He was actually the scapegoat that Anadelia blamed a bunch of other stuff on.
No, because his sister is in the Darkened Vale.
Mm-hmm.
Or is she?
Or is she? I mean, we're gonna kill her regardless, right?
But what? No! I will betray you if that comes to blows.
Listen.